Good afternoon, guys. It is Royalty Crypto here, and welcome back to my channel. Unfortunately, today we are experiencing yet another sell-off in the crypto market. As you can see here, there is a lot of red in the space. Bitcoin is down nearly 3.5%. Ethereum is down 7%. XRP, BNB, Solana, and basically every altcoin is down tremendously in the past 24 hours. And I know days like today, and really months like this past month that we've experienced, are incredibly frustrating, and it is very easy to let your emotions get the best of you guys. But when you're trading the most volatile asset class in the world, that being crypto, you really need to keep your emotions in check. And I will talk about that later on in this video. And I also will talk about, some news stories from today, the reason why I believe we're experiencing this sell-off yet again, and I'll be giving you guys some bullish hopium towards the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But also, guys, I did want to say I did hit 100 subscribers today, so thank you all very, very much for all the support that you've given me and this channel in the past month and a half. I really did not expect to get 100 subs this quickly, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But without further ado, let's get on into this video. So as you can see here, guys, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is currently sitting at a 36, although this hasn't updated since last night, so it isn't reflecting any of this sell-off from today. I do think when this updates in 2 hours, we probably will be around 30 or potentially the high 20s. So whenever we are deep into fear like we're experiencing right now, I do believe it is best to DCA back into these assets. And I believe that if you do so, you will be rewarded quite nicely once we finally do get back to greed and extreme greed in the coming months. I do believe we will get back to those levels sooner rather than later because of the amount of bullish catalysts that we have coming up soon. And as you guys can see here, the crypto RSI is also in oversold territory. Whenever the RSI is in oversold, it is typically a good time to buy for the short term. But one quick side note before I get into today's news, please do not trade on high leverage right now. The markets are incredibly volatile, and it seems like they are targeting long leverage left and right. So if you are trading on long leverage, please make sure that you are doing it with money that you are 100% okay with losing, because there is a good chance you're going to get liquidated. But alright guys, let's talk about really the reason why I believe this market is experiencing more of a sell-off. So as you can see here, we are still in the government shutdown, and we are on day 34. I don't believe that the crypto market cared very much about the government shutdown at first. However, that seems to have all changed in the past FOMC meeting when Jerome Powell said that, there's a very good chance he's not going to cut rates in December if the government is still shut down. The reason for that is because Jerome likes to make his decisions on quantitative data, and as long as the government shut down, we aren't receiving the majority of that data, so it makes it to where, he's not confident cutting rates again. Now, I kind of believe that that comment was more of a politically driven comment because I know Jerome and Trump don't like each other very much, but I don't want to get into that very much, guys. But as you can see here, we actually do have some positive news with this shutdown. The Senate Majority Leader said today that he is optimistic that the shutdown will end this week. So if that does happen, guys, that is going to be very bullish for not only crypto, but basically all asset classes. All right, here's another tweet that I wanted to look at, and I believe that this is the reason we saw so much fear this morning. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a rumor going around on crypto Twitter that Wintermute, which is one of the biggest market makers, was planning on suing Binance for the liquidation event that we saw on October 10th. But good news, guys, apparently this just came out. The Wintermute CEO has denied all of the rumors of them suing Binance and said they have literally no plans to sue Binance, nor see any reason to do it in the future. So whenever there's a lot of fear in the crypto market like we're experiencing right now, it seems like a lot of people make up these fake stories just to scare the market, whether it's because they're trying to manipulate the prices or just get, engagement on social media. It's hard to say, but it does happen a lot. So don't fall for these types of fake news stories, guys, because most of the time they are not true. But nonetheless, guys, I think people thought, oh my God, if this actually does happen, this is going to cause yet another FTX event. So again, people blow it out of proportion, and it doesn't even end up being true. And that, of course, ends up affecting prices in the short term. All right, guys, another thing that I wanted to show you guys, and this is more of just like a bullish hopium clip, is this video from Tom Lee on CNBC earlier this morning. So let me show you guys this.
I mean, if I look at everything since October 10th, because that was the biggest liquidation in the history of crypto, like bigger than FTX.
Like a margin call almost.
Yeah, it was like almost a miniature rupture, like a tsunami. We're only a couple weeks from that, so I think the market is consolidating. But if I look at fundamentals, like Ethereum, stablecoin volumes have been exploding, application revenues at all-time highs. So right now, fundamentals are leading price in crypto. So I think eventually we consolidate and then we rally into year end.
To where, 150?
Yeah, I think we can still get to 150, 200 for Bitcoin, and then something like 7,000 for Ethereum.
All right, so very bullish things out of Tom Lee as per usual. You love seeing this type of stuff because a lot of people do pay attention to what Tom Lee says, and the main reason for that is just because his predictions for the Bitcoin and crypto market as a whole have largely come true. He really started to gain popularity back in early 2024, and he was one of the first people that was outspokenly saying that he believes Bitcoin would hit 125K plus in 2025. Now, a lot of people at the time thought that that was overly bullish, but of course, fast forward to 2025 and that actually did happen. So this is very good to see, and I do agree with basically everything that he said in this video. All right, guys, and then the last thing I wanted to take a look at was the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. As you can see here, we are continuing to slowly but surely liquidate these long traders down here at the $105,000 range. You hate to see long leverage traders getting liquidated because, of course, these are the bulls, and these are the people that agree with what most of us agree with. However, this is somewhat bullish in the medium to long term if you think about it, because the longer we consolidate down here at these levels and slightly push lower, the more confident the bears are getting, which is creating a potential short squeeze scenario. And I do believe that once we start to see some more positive news with like the government shutdown and upcoming rate cuts, it could really catapult Bitcoin back up towards the all-time high range. We have billions and billions of short traders above the $111,000 range. And if these start to get liquidated, we could really pump very quickly on Bitcoin. And that would, of course, cause the entire crypto market to pump as well. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I know that it is very frustrating, seeing the value of your portfolios go down each and every day for basically the past month. But guys, just stay strong and stay bullish. I do think that we will be getting out of this slump very soon. And with that, that will be it for this video. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon.